Good morning. I'm Jen Amos at Weiss Research.
I'm Andy Myers, and this is your morning market alert for Monday, April 25th. Stock futures are pointing to a higher open on Wall Street as the first quarter earnings season continues to roll along. Strong corporate results so far have helped the market, and the Dow Industrials are set to start the day at their highest level in nearly 3 years. But this week, investors are more likely to focus on economic data. Later this morning, we'll get a reading on March new home sales. But the big news will come on Wednesday when the Federal Reserve finishes up its two-day policy meeting. Following the decision, Fed Chairman Ben Bernanke will hold his first ever press conference to answer economists' questions. Thursday also brings an important piece of economic news: first quarter gross domestic product. It likely grew at a 2% rate following a more than 3% expansion in the fourth quarter. We'll also get 2 readings of consumer confidence this week, from the Conference Board tomorrow and the University of Michigan and Reuters on Friday.
Most economists are expecting the status quo from this week's Federal Reserve meeting. Policymakers are likely to affirm their $600 billion program of bond purchases and keep interest rates near record lows. That expectation of a continued easy money policy has been pressuring the U.S. dollar, and today it's hitting nearly a 30-year low against the Australian dollar. The greenback is also lower against other major currencies. The dollar's recent decline, along with concerns about the ongoing violence across the Middle East and North Africa, and Europe's sovereign debt crisis, have all helped to boost precious metals and other commodities. Right now, gold is rising to another record well above $1,500 an ounce, and silver is nearing $50, its highest level in more than 3 decades. Meanwhile, crude oil is on the rise again, now approaching $113 a barrel.
On the corporate front, a couple companies that posted earnings after Thursday's closing bell are likely to see some action today. Advanced Micro Devices is set to open modestly higher after reporting that its first quarter profit nearly doubled. The results were better than analysts expected, but not quite as good as AMD's biggest rival, Intel. Elsewhere in the technology sector, SanDisk also topped estimates on growing demand for its flash memory products by mobile phone makers, but those shares are losing 0.5% in the pre-market. However, one big winner today is International Game Technology. The slot machine maker is jumping more than 7% after beating earnings and revenue expectations.
PG&E may see heavy trade after its chairman and CEO, Peter Darby, retired suddenly. PG&E's lead director, Lee Cox, will take over on an interim basis while the company searches for a new leader. In September, PG&E was faulted for a deadly explosion in San Bruno, California. And year-to-date, its stock is the worst performer on the S&P Utility Index. And finally, a couple regional banks may see some action today. Oppenheimer upgraded SunTrust banks from underperform to perform and cut its rating on BB&T. That's the latest from Weiss Research. We'll be back after the opening bell with all the market reaction.